went down, walked all the way there. I saw a red ball and said, "It's outside, a red ball." And the teacher just started laughing. And
Well, it's day 31 of lockdown, a whole month, or a month and a day, depending on how you look at it. You saw how my day started. A bit of fun down the seafront with Dawn and Jack, and it was a lovely day earlier, lovely weather. But now look at the sky behind me. I've got 4 hours to look forward to a Justeat, oh joy, oh rapture. And I took some airport bookings earlier today as well, so we got a little bit of work in for next week. A little bit of normality, that's great. So I'm going to get some fuel now, and I'll catch up with you later. See ya. Well, that little bit of footage I just showed you was the inside of one of the local McDonald's restaurants when I just went to pick up my first order. As you can see at the counter, there was quite a gaggle of people stood together, no social distancing at all. Just off shot on the other side of the counter, it's quite a long one, it was the same scene all the way across. There was no social distancing whatsoever. I opted to stand back to obviously protect myself, and then not one but two guys walked in, no face masks, and they were both challenged, I'll give them that, and they both said we're exempt. Okay, no problem, they said, and they're walking around. One of them came near me repeatedly with no face mask on. Not very happy about that, but the fact of the matter is, one of these guys that said they were exempt looked the same age as my son. Come off it. Put the bloody mask on your boat race and behave yourself. It's ridiculous. It's just not a safe environment. And the manager, or the so-called manager behind the counter, after about 15 minutes of me being there, suddenly screamed out to the person on the floor, "There's loads of drivers standing next to each other, loads of them, sort it out. You're out there, you deal with it." This poor bastard in the middle of the floor, again, was the same age as my son, give or take. And a bunch of us big strapping 20, 30 and 40-something-year-old lads, a lot of us ain't going to do it. So that manager should have come out and done it himself. One key thing with management, you don't get your team to do anything you wouldn't be prepared to do yourself. That's a key rule, and I wonder if that was going on there. Anyway, that's that rant over. I mean, what hope have we got, eh? I don't, makes my blood boil. On the upside, look at this picture that I found today. That, my friends, I got off of the Thanet Council website. When you load that on a phone, tablet, PC, anything, it gives you the current COVID figures for Thanet deaths, current infections. Now you'll see there you've got a blue bit of the bar and a red bit of the bar, a black dot and a line in the middle. Well, the black dot is right by the line, and for weeks now that's been right over the other side of the red, so that is a good indication that cases are coming down in Thanet. So hopefully that is something that's repeated everywhere, and we're one step closer to getting the hell out of this mess. But after what I've seen this afternoon in McDonald's, the mind boggles. Anyway, I'm gonna have to drive because I'm quite the way out from anywhere where I might get an order, and that's kind of no good. So I'm gonna go and do that, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Bye. Well, that was a different experience again. KFC this time. There was no one in there. There was just two drivers. Both of us masked up, and we were in and out of in 2 minutes. All very well organised. I mean, it may be people like burgers more than they like bits of chicken, but who knows? At least it felt a lot better. I'm still in Margate at the moment, by the way. See, I'm in Thanet Road, Margate. That's Dane Park down there. So I'm going to stick around here for a little while longer, see if I can pick up any other work. And there's a couple of smaller takeaways nearby as well. Hopefully I'll get something out of there. There's a nice Thai place in New Street, actually. I wouldn't mind trying myself rather than delivering. Yeah, see what happens. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Bye bye. Well, that's my third one done. not so much of a nightmare in McDonald's like it was before. I'm at Margate Seafront at the moment, and I've just had the message come in that I've got another one, so hopefully might be a good night. Talk to you in a bit, bye. 5 orders so far in a couple of hours, and works out roughly a tenner an hour, which I'd expect, so not bad so far. I'm still in Margate, which is unusual. I usually end up Westwood Way pretty promptly. I'm sat by Dane Park again, but I'll probably move a bit further into town, see what happens. The last one I done was Mama Ginny's Thai restaurant. It's in New Street in Margate. It smells bloody delicious. I like all that sort of stuff. I'll tell you, when lockdown's over, whenever that is, and the restaurants are open again, that's definitely got to be worth a visit. Really, really nice smelling food, definitely. Anyway, the other thing I've just got a text message off my wife, and I found out I've got a crisp monster living with me. I think she's referring to my 7-year-old son. He loves What's-Its. He eats them by the hundredweight. You could buy a multi-bag of them, they'd be gone 20 minutes later. So I've just had my order to go to Tesco's and try and get some more to replenish his seemingly endless craving for What's-Its. But hopefully I'll find some and he won't be disappointed. Anyway, I'm going to go back to town probably, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. See ya. Back at my spot at Hawley Square. I've just done a McDonald's delivery up to Cliftonville, and opted to come and sit back down here really. I don't think I shall end up going up Westwood tonight, although I have been wrong before, so we'll see what happens. But I'll probably only need 2 or 3 other orders really to bring me up to the total I need for the day, so hopefully I'll get them. I can go and satisfy the craving of my resident crisp monster, but who knows. Anyway, that one was an interesting one I just delivered. Building in Cliftonville, a block of flats, no flat number, and they didn't answer their phone either, so I do hope they found their McDonald's where I left it. I'm sure they will, because they should have got a text notification that the order's been delivered when I hit the button. Hopefully they come running down the stairs and found it. I'm sure I'll be worthy of an entry on Thanet Chat later, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to bugger off for now and catch up with you in a bit. See ya. There you go. As you saw from that last little bit of footage, I got one up at Casper's. So from Hawley Square, Margate to Casper's, and then on to St Peter's where I am now. Nice little fare. So that's got me within, hopefully, one good order of where I need to be, and then I'll call it a night. And I've got an hour left maybe before that happens, so fingers crossed, touch wood, it'll all come right. So I'll let you know in a little while. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Well, I've had a couple of right results for the last couple of orders I've had. I've just done a KFC, and it's brought me back over to like my home area, what I class my home area, or the boundary of it. This is where I am at the moment. Sat outside the Tesco's in North Down Road, Cliftonville. Now I've actually got to go in there to get a couple of bits before I go home, and I'm only about £1.50 off of what I usually need for the night. And there will be the bugger off home message in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to sit here at range from, you know, the restaurants and see if a half decent order comes in, which will take me over the line, because it'll be worth it with the distance travelled, and I'll do it. But if in 15 minutes there isn't anything, I'm going to sign off and go in that shop. So we'll see what happens, and I'll catch you in a bit. Alright, see ya. Well, needless to say, I got bugger all else, so I went and done my shopping. See? So I'm going to go home now. I've got my delivery job in the morning to Dover, and then I've got the Marla in the evening. No Justeat, so I've got a couple of days off that now. So, as always, thank you very much for following me around. please subscribe if you've not done so already, and hit that like button on this video. See you again soon. Cheers, bye.